6, which in any way refers to Seth or Cain or their offspring. Rather, the phrase sons of God is a reference applied to the angels, just as it was in the book of Job, which actually predates Genesis. We see in Job 38, when he's talking about the creation account, "Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare, if thou hast understanding. Who hath laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest? Or who hath stretched the line upon it? Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened? Or who laid the cornerstone thereof? When the morning stars sang together," stars are singing, there's one of those references, sentient beings, "and all the sons of God shouted for joy." Question, were the alleged good sons of Seth there at the time of creation? No. So Moses is writing in the context of the understood idiom of his day, that the sons of God was a reference to angels. Canonized internal witnesses for the Enochian angelic view of the Genesis 6 experiment include, in Genesis 6, Moses mentions Nephilim with no further need of elaboration, which presupposes that A, he knows what the Nephilim were, and that his audience did also. So that's an internal evidence we could look at. He also uses the same idiom for angels, sons of God, as Job. In Leviticus 16, we see the scapegoat, is what your King James says, and some of the other translations probably too, is really sent out to Azazel, a proper name if you look it up in Hebrew. A character found in the book of Enoch to whom all sin was ascribed. Hence, on the Day of Atonement, the Israelites laid hands on the goat, placing their sin on it, and sent it out into the wilderness. This is also Isaiah, 118, I think this is the verse. "Though my sins be as scarlet, they are made white as snow." The ritual was they would lay their hands on the goat, they would tie a scarlet ribbon around its horns, they would cut a piece of it off, send the goat out, and put that piece of the ribbon up on the temple door, and overnight it would change from scarlet red to white, showing that God had accepted their offering. Interesting fact, that didn't happen for 40 years leading up to the destruction of the temple.